And we are back.
Yay! We're back with T-Map.
After a little absence, but we back.
Yeah, we were busy trying to get gainfully employed, which I did.
You did.
I have a job.
You have a job.
Taking care of puppies again.
Yeah.
It's great. I've only been doing it one day, but working with dogs is great.
Good. It's good.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, what else has been going on in the last 2 weeks? Rain.
Oh, with us? Well, with me, nothing other than playing Monster Hunter.
Oh, yeah, Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter World.
Monster Hunter World is,
really good.
It's a light in the darkness.
Yes.
It's so, if you haven't had the chance to check it out, you definitely should. It's really, really satisfying. It's really good. It's really well done. Yeah, it's fun.
Yep. As of this recording, it's still 12 days until Black Panther comes out.
Oh, 12 days until Black Panther. We gonna turn up.
Pray we can get afford tickets.
Yes, but we're going.
We going.
Shit.
Oh, we definitely going.
Yeah. For the culture.
For the culture.
We have to, we're That Black Anime Podcast. We have to go.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if somebody would pay for our tickets, but
it's only really questionable if we'll get there on the first weekend. We're still going to see it.
Oh yeah, we'll see it one way or the other.
Right.
Regardless, I hope to get there on opening day, but sometimes it don't work out like that.
If the news article is talking about how it's the highest pre-sale they've seen in a while,
right? That's crazy.
It's gonna be looking like a Marvel movie plus a Medea movie up in there. That's how many people are gonna see it.
I'm ready to sneak in my wings and my ribs and my mac and cheese and my collard greens. I'm sneaking in a whole ass plate.
Just for the culture?
Just for the culture. Enough to share, too. I'm ready.
I mean, I'm ready to at least see it a couple of times. I'm probably going to need to see it a couple of times, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
You know how crowded theaters are.
I'm ready to see it more.
People will be talking and shit. I'm going to have to see it at least twice.
Yeah. You got to see it for the culture. You got to see it at least twice, maybe 3 times to get the good plot points down.
Yeah.
Because, people going to be wilding.
Yeah.
But that's what our people do.
Very true.
And anybody who's mad about it can stay mad and die mad.
And stay mad. Die mad. Stay the fuck home.
Stay home until next week.
Yeah, you remember that Facebook post where a dude was just getting mad. You shared it actually.
I saw it.
He was getting mad about the Black Panther pre-sales tickets. He was like, "Oh, well, what if Marvel made a KKK movie?" Okay, first of all, you're wrong for several reasons. They already did. It's called Birth of a Nation. Birth of a Nation. It's KKK the movie. Second, Black Panther, the Marvel character, actually has little to nothing to do with the Black Panther movement.
No, actually, Black Panther the comic came out before the Black Panther movement. They are unrelated completely. Aside from name, and they came out in the same year. Yeah,
created by Jack Kirby, a white guy.
Right.
And that brings me to my another point I want to bring up after we're done with this. But thirdly, it's also it's very clearly based on the mistaken belief that the KKK and Black Panther are somehow equivalent. They're not.
Not at all.
Not at all. The only difference is Black Panther's got KKK is a terrorist group that the government doesn't want to label a terrorist group for some reason,
right.
And Black Panther's got dismantled by the FBI, despite not actually doing anything.
They're a defensive organization.
Yeah,
they were created to combat racism.
Yeah, exactly. It's just motherfuckers being salty for no reason.
Right.
There's so many people being salty about this movie.
It's hilarious. Stay mad, die mad.
There's the hardcore DC movie fans, not comics fans, but DC movie fans, and the hardcore ones that be like, oh yeah, don't get this spam Rotten Tomatoes or horrible reviews. Y'all make me sick.
One of our listeners shared a photo of Christians against the Black Panther movie. Like, what?
Well, to be fair, Christians also hung a Pikachu doll back in the 90s. These groups are just bored. These are just bored religious people who have nothing better to do.
Most of them are probably bored old white people or the new age neo-racist people.
And I guess for the sake of being all inclusive, it ain't just white people fucking up either.
Oh yeah, it's not just white people.
The Hoteps.
Oh, the Hoteps and the Coons.
They're like, the newest one today. Oh, they said Chadwick Boswick is probably gonna getting paid like $500,000 for Black Panther. Okay, first of all, he's still gonna get money for like Blu-ray and DVD sales.
Right.
Secondly, the people who say he got $500,000, I think that's actually about as much as Robert Downey Jr. got the first Iron Man movie.
I don't know.
He didn't start getting millions until the sequels.
Yeah, like.
So that's just first off. Secondly, Black Panther was created by a white dude. So it's like he'll still, and that's like saying, don't watch an X-Men movie because don't watch any. It's like don't watch any characters that were created by white people. First of all, Black Panther was created by a white dude, but he has had black writers in the last 40 or 50 years.
It's been like 40 or 50 years. Some black people have worked on it.
But for those who don't read comic books, here's the thing about comic books. Books can have multiple writers over time. Yeah. Hell, some issues can have multiple writers.
Yeah, sometimes that doesn't work out too well.
It doesn't work out too well. Not only that, but it just Hotep being Hotep at this point. Yeah. It's like, the money's still going to white man pocket. No, well, it's representation.
I mean, that's the society we live in right now.
Yeah, it's representation is important. It's just Hotep being on a Hotep shit.
Of course.
Ashy ass look motherfuckers.
Right? Make a studio then.
Make a studio. Make your own damn movie.
Instead of complaining, make your own movie.
Don't yell at Marvel for making a movie with a predominantly black. One of the first. Honestly, there aren't a lot of superhero movies with a predominantly black cast. Right? Actually, there isn't any.
This is the first one.
Except
for Blade.
Look, Blade wasn't.
Y'all never talk about Blade. Don't forget about Blade.
First of all, Blade wasn't in MCU, and secondly, Blade did not have predominantly black cast. It just had a black main character.
Right.
The only black movie I can think of that had a predominantly black cast was something like freaking Meteor Man, which was a joke. Which was a joke.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, exactly. Meteor Man and Blank Man. Both are basically comedies.
Right. Doesn't count. Black Panther is the first one for all intents and purposes.
Honestly, I just need people to shut the fuck up.
Please.
And even then, yes.
Why do you hate fun?
Exactly.
Why do you hate joy?
Let people enjoy things.
Why do you hate joy and fun?
Also, my fellow Blade fans, like I said, Blade wasn't in the MCU. I mean, the MCU is probably going to get to Blade eventually, but honestly, Blade was a black comic book character, but technically he's not a superhero because in the comics he doesn't fight supervillains. Blade he literally only fights vampires and monsters. Yeah, because Marvel is the thing about DC too. In both the Marvel and DC universe, everything exists. Vampires, werewolves, mummies, everything.
All of it.
Hell, X-Men have fought werewolves and vampires, and they weren't even major story arcs. So.
What else? Oh, speaking of black films, a guy I know named Kevin Wilson, he got nominated for an Oscar for a short film called My Nephew Emmett.
Hey.
Yeah, so shout out to him. I'm proud of him.
Yeah, you should be.
We're acquaintances, but still. It has nothing to do with me, but I'm really proud of him. It's amazing.
You don't have to know someone well to be proud of him.
Right. I'm just he grew up in Durham. He went to Hillside. That's hometown. He's nominated for an Oscar. He's going to the Oscars.
Right. I'm proud of him.
Black excellence.
Black
excellence is what Black History Month. Black excellence. Blackness. Yes, we're doing the Black Power Fist. You can't see it.
You can't see it.
But it's happening.
I mean, it is our logo.
It is. We're doing it constantly. Whenever we're recording this podcast, just imagine us for a full 30 seconds holding up the Black Power Fist.
30 minutes?
30 minutes. What did I say? 30 seconds?
Yeah.
30 minutes. My bad.
It's all good.
But to the point of this, what did we watch this week?
We watched, in the continue of Studio Trigger Month, technically, Panty and Stocking
with Garterbelt.
Exactly. Now, to be honest, it actually isn't a Studio Trigger anime because it was created for Studio Trigger. It was created by Studio Gainax. Yeah. But the people who worked on Panty and Stocking, just like with Gurren Lagann, they later went on to create Studio Trigger, so it should count. And
it does count.
And there's a lot. It has a lot of their trademarks.
It does.
It's
bright, colorful, beautiful animation.
Just crazy, awesome things.
Yeah, it's lots of epic fight scenes, lots of cool transformation sequences.
Yeah, we should probably summarize it.
Oh, we should. We're going to call this one that your fave is problematic.
Yeah. So
it's problematic.
It is problematic
for several reasons.
Is it problematic as your standard Comedy Central cartoon?
Yeah.
Let me put it like that.
Yeah, it's super problematic. But to summarize, it's about two angels named Panty and Stocking.
Who are also sisters.
Beneath a priest named Garterbelt, who is black.
Yeah.
He has a big giant afro.
Yeah, they were basically kicked out of heaven in the premise of them destroying ghosts, which are basically, they're kind of like deceased spirits, but also like a bunch of negative deceased spirits kind of put together. And
they terrorize Dadin City, which is shortened to DC.
It's some kind of American City analog.
It's like its own little hub, because none of these ghosts seem to escape the city.
Yeah.
They're confined to this little city.
Right. And they were kicked out of heaven because for being bad angels, basically. Like Panty wants to fuck everything, and all Stocking does is eat sweets.
Yeah.
And
they're vulgar and rude
as fuck.
Yeah.
And basically they have for every ghost they destroy, they get this little currency, these heaven coins. Yeah, and they just have to get enough to be accepted back into heaven.
Yep. And it takes place over 13 episodes where we see them battle a variety of these ghosts, fall in love with these ghosts, and
like demons.
Yeah. They're called Anarchy Panty and Anarchy Stocking.
Yeah.
They're called Panty and Stocking because they have the weapons are panties and stockings. So panties turn into a gun, and stockings turn into swords.
Yeah.
Which they use to defeat these people.
These ghosts.
Ghosts.
Yeah. And demons. And a couple of demons.
And a couple of demons named Scanty and Knee Socks.
Yes. It's not really like a big overarching plot, even though we did lay out a premise. They do have a goal. It's really more episodic.
Yeah.
Like when I say it's like any adult cartoon, it's like it's like an Adult Swim or comedy. Well, I'd argue
it was on Adult Swim.
It was on Adult Swim. Even though I feel like it fit more. It kind of gives me more of an air of Comedy Central comedy.
Same.
But it's also has a bit of like the format where it's like 13 episodes, all 20 to 30 minutes, but also like each episode is split into two parts, like
15 minute.
Yeah. Like it's like
old school 90s cartoon style.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's pretty episodic. Like there's the overarching plot only comes up like in the beginning,
towards the middle, and
the last episode.
Yep. So it's problematic because they push the boundaries. They curse. They fuck. They do everything.
Panty literally fucks almost every dude she sees except for Garter and Brief. But Brief's, which is the little nerd boy who's in love with Panty that follows them around. Because there has to be a little nerd boy in every anime.
Naturally.
And she basically fucks literally every guy other than those two and the ghosts.
Yeah, so, Stocking is less loud and boisterous, but she can get, rude.
She's just as rude and vulgar as Panty, just in a different way.
Yeah, she is. She's quieter and more subdued than Panty, but no less out there.
Pretty much.
So, I guess we'll talk about the episodes that stuck out to us the most. How about yours?
That's a tough one. For me, it's going to sound kind of boring. Like, the two, close to being, plot episodes. Yeah. So, either the introduction of the Demon Sisters.
Oh, yeah. Scanty and Knee Socks. I like that, too.
They're interesting. They're basically, the opposite of, and the last episode. But I'll talk about Scanty and Knee Socks.
We'll get into that.
They're kind of, opposite, in a lot of ways, they're a lot like the opposite of the Anarchy Sisters. Yeah. They're both demons, but they're also, unlike being rude and vulgar like Panty and Stocking, they're,
obsessed with rules and regulations.
Very proper.
Yes. What's the word I'm looking for?
Bourgeoisie.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they are that. I'll think of the word later tonight.
Yeah, even their weapons.
Oh yeah, even their weapons. They use panties and stockings as well.
Well, knee socks and y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
And it's one has, except with variations, one has a machine gun or something instead of one has revolvers instead of panties hand, just regular Glock.
Yeah.
The other one has scythes instead of Stocking swords.
I actually like them, not better than Panty and Stocking, but I do, like, I'm a big fan of those characters.
Yeah.
The beach episode is one of my favorites, where they get into a competition about who's going to get naked on the beach. This is their second meeting. Their first meeting is in the school.
Yeah, that was my favorite episode. The first meeting, and that fight, it was basically like a...
that fight scene was epic.
It was an epic... It was pretty much episode-long fight scene throughout the school, but it worked because it was actually funny, and it was very well animated.
Yeah, man. So, like, they're destroying basically the entire school. By the end of the episode, the entire school is destroyed.
It is wrecked.
Yeah. And this is their first meeting because Panty and Stocking at this point are the queens of the school, quote unquote.
Right.
And Scanty and Nisock show up, and then when they get to school, they're like, "Oh, you guys aren't shit."
Yeah.
They're like, "What's going on?" And it's like, these are the new queens of the school. It's Scanty and Nisock, and they're like basically red demons. Yeah,
and it's also revealed in the episode that they're running like this mass production of this machine that mass produces ghosts.
Yep.
At the bottom of the school. Yeah, think about those two. They're apparently working for the big bad of the series.
Yep. Pretty much.
And they're basically the ones behind their boss is basically the one behind all the ghosts and things that the anarchists have to fight.
Yeah.
It's a really good episode. The comedy works. I will say.
Yeah, it outlines the plot, because up until that point, they're just fighting ghosts, and you're like, what?
Yeah, it's really episodic. In fact, in some of the ways, like, at some of the episodes, sort of like the recent, there's not really any real continuity in the show other than, like, the important episodes.
Yeah.
Like, it can end it anyway.
It could. Like, most of the time it just ends up with the ghost exploding.
Yeah.
But
And the art style, the style of this anime.
Oh, yeah. Really, it's super stylized.
Like, it has a little bit of a deranged Powerpuff Girl animation most of the time. But at the same time, it changes. That art shifts depending on the situation or the scene. There are times where, like, when they do their little transformation sequence to transform their weapons. Those are my favorite
parts.
Yeah, it changes those sequences and a few other ones. They change to legit
live action.
Like, they change to live action when the ghosts explode.
Yep.
I do like another episode I like is there's one episode that was just like the first half was like split into 3 parts where it was just like their dog. They have a little dog called Chuck. It was just like a little
zombie dog that never gets explained.
Not really.
Granted, the end.
Not the last
episode.
Get into
that.
It hints at it at the end, but oh my god, he's smarter than he looks. Though.
Yeah.
And it's basically like him getting into adventures. It's silent, but it works.
They abuse him a lot.
Yeah, abuse him a lot, but he's indestructible, so it's fine. And at the second half of the episode I'm talking about is just a little music video, sort of.
Oh,
but it works because the music in the anime works and.
Soundtrack is dope.
It is dope.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
What else? One of my favorite episodes is when Stocking falls in love with this gross fuckboy ghost. It's kind of sweet. He's the worst ghost. Like, he stinks and he's disgusting and he's using her and he's literally the worst. But she loves him. Like, she really loves him.
He's the worst a boyfriend can be without physical abuse.
Yeah, like he's got her dropping money on him. He's
he's rude as fuck to her.
Rude as, like, he treats her like shit. He's
disgusting.
He's the worst. He's a mama's boy. He's just literally the worst.
Which is interesting because apparently he's the ghost of like some dead bachelor. So it's interesting how that goes.
Yeah, so it turns out like they actually really love each other. Penny is not having it. She's just not with it. And in the end, she tries to kill the ghost because she's like, Stocking, we're supposed to be murdering these ghosts. Yeah. And you picked the worst dude ever and to fall in love with. And
he somehow redeems himself.
Somehow, at the end. And, yeah.
Again, this is a good show, but don't watch it. It's not. Don't expect like heavy plot.
Right, you're not looking for heavy plot. It's just it's a nice little... If you're looking for stylized and pastime,
you get bits and pieces of plot. And the last episode is like the biggest. The last episode of the last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
It comes to head. Turns out because of all the Panty fucking, Stocking gets enough heaven coins to go to heaven, but Panty doesn't.
Yeah.
And I guess that's when the big bad and his demon sister minions enact their plan, because it turns out the little nerd boy, not only is he secretly rich.
Spoilers!
Yeah, he's secretly rich. The big bad is the mayor of the city.
Named Corset.
Yep, name Corset. And at the end of the anime, it turns out not only is Brief like rich and high class to the point where they're gonna arrange marry him to one of the demon sisters.
Yeah.
But somehow his dick is also like the gate to hell.
Yeah.
It's the key to the gate to hell.
The key to the gate to hell, which is probably one of the reasons why they want to marry him off.
Yep. It's also implied to be huge. But
yeah.
Not there.
It is.
That was funny.
Several times.
And yeah, basically the last episode is just actual things happening. It still has the comedy in it, but the action is freaking.
Oh yeah, the action is amazing in the last episode.
Like the anarchist, like Chuck unzips himself. Like he'll totally get serious, so he unzips himself and kind of like unfolds and grows into like this weird demon hellhound.
Yeah, it's
like
a hellhound.
It's like an angelic hellhound with like horns and stuff, but still,
it's awesome.
And he fight the demon sisters.
Which is a Hydra.
Yeah, it's like they also have their little version of Chuck, which is like red or whatever.
Yeah,
it's actual fighting and actual real shit going on.
Yeah, it's actual stakes for once. Because up till that point, except for Scanty and Nisox, they never really have any trouble defeating the ghosts. First time Scanty and Nisox show up, they have a real tough time fighting them and last the whole episode. But up until that point, it's just they're like, nah.
Like there are shenanigans, like their weapon going missing, or one of them being turned fat, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But yeah, this anime at the end of the day, it's just fun, but it is very adult advisory.
Oh yeah, adult advisory, certainly problematic advisory. Garterbelt.
Watch it dubbed first off.
Yeah, the dub. Yeah, the
dub is funnier, and because they take some liberties, but it's better off in the long run for it.
Yep.
Garterbelt.
Garterbelt is not voiced by a black guy.
He is voiced by how to pronounce it? I think Christopher Sabat. Basically the same voice. It's the same voice as the Funimation dub of Vegeta and Piccolo.
Yeah.
And here's a white guy. Here's a very not black guy. Here's a white guy voicing a black guy.
Yeah.
And normally, and this is something that hasn't come up. I'm surprised it hasn't come up on the podcast before. How I feel about dubbed voice actors of a different voicing characters of a different race. And here's my opinion on it that I finally formed by watching this anime. If it was just him voicing the black character and not like
blacking it up,
that's basically what he's doing. He is
definitely blacking it up.
It's not like the example I used when we were talking about it was freaking Samurai Jack.
Yeah.
Phil Lamar, the amazing and talented Phil Lamar, voices Samurai Jack, like the Japanese main character, but he isn't like trying to make. He isn't
trying to do audio Japanese face,
like he isn't
yellow face.
Exactly, he isn't doing audio yellow face or audio black face. He's just speaking the way he talks.
Yeah,
like it. But with Garterbelt, it's like the dude he's he's blacking up African American vernacular. It's very clearly like a black voice.
It's a little problematic.
Yeah, there's a difference between voicing a character of a different race and trying to pretend to be a character of a different race.
Yeah, and the question is here, like, is it the director's fault that he's blacking it up, or is it his own artistic choice?
Yeah, and that's the
thing.
Who
do you blame?
Like, I can't. Yeah, exactly. Like, I can't really blame him just because I don't know if he chose to do that or if he was directed to do that. Yeah. And also, voice actors. They're infamously kind of like they have to take whatever role they can get.
Right. Like, yeah, it's difficult to place blame. That's just it. So yeah, if that bothers you, skip it. That kind of it doesn't ruin the character of Garterbelt for me, but it definitely takes away. Oh shit! I just broke my glasses.
Oh no!
It definitely takes away.
It's noticeable. I feel like once I found out who his voice actor was, I kind of just side-eyed whenever he spoke.
Right.
Because it was very clearly like a black scent.
They also make some Catholic priest jokes, and you know what kind I'm referring to.
You know exactly what kind.
Which is super problematic.
He's also a bit sexist, misogynistic.
Yeah.
So.
That's fine. But
again, it's basically problematic for the sake of comedy. And if you can watch that, you can go ahead and do that. It never really.
If that's your thing.
It's never really like malicious, so to speak, but it is problematic. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, definitely. They make a few Isn't it? Don't they? Oh yeah, they make a few racist jokes at the expense of quite a few races. Yeah. There's that.
Like there ain't no M-bombs or like slurs being dropped.
Yeah, but it's visual racism.
Yeah.
So if that's a problem for you, skip it.
Yeah.
But you know, it's an entertaining little watch, and the costumes are great. So I probably will cosplay one of these characters.
Like it wasn't enough to make me shut down the anime, but it wasn't enough to make me side eye. It was noteworthy.
So yeah.
How are we on time?
Yeah, this is about good.
Yeah. So we haven't quite decided what the next episode is going to be, so just find out.
Yeah, we don't know yet. Leave us a comment and tell us what you think about Panty and Stocking. Subscribe, donate on our Patreon, follow us on Twitter at Black Anime Pod,
etc.,
so forth and so on.
We love you guys.
We love you guys. Have a great weekend. Yeah.
Whenever you're listening to this.
Yeah. Have a great week. Whatever else you're going to do.
Until next time.
All right. Have a great one. Bye.